before.
Oh wow.
It's not that old.
Moose poop.
Yeah.
So the main reason I wanted to come to Sweden was to take this 13-hour overnight train from Stockholm up to Luleå in Swedish Sápmi. And with the magic of editing, morning comes just like that. Already I am awake, I am dressed. The night's sleep was okay on the grand scheme of sleeping on a train. It was a little rocky at parts. Actually, at one point I woke up and briefly, for like a millisecond, thought I was on a roller coaster where my feet were higher than my head, which doesn't quite make sense. Not sure what happened. But I will say that the pillows were especially floofy. You got 2 of them. So that was a nice surprise because all the other night trains I've ridden, you get these like little tiny pillows that you have to like wrap around itself several times so that it resembles in some small way a normal pillow. So these were nice pillows and that helped a lot. But now, after staring out of the window for a little bit, I'm going to go get breakfast in the restaurant wagon, which is another new thing. Usually they just bring it on over to you, but maybe because this is a little longer, you gotta go schlep on over to the restaurant car. Breakfast is simple with a cheese sandwich, yogurt and muesli, juice, coffee, and a view ruined by my reflection. I remember thinking at the time, yes, there it is, there's the sweet shot. But no, just what I'd look like if I were haunting this train. In Luleå, I'm picked up by 𝗙cie from 𝗙𝗏 Hideaway, which in retrospect is a kind of Sami cultural immersion, where you learn about their indigenous culture and food. And you stay overnight in a pretty slick cabin. For those who don't know, Sami are indigenous people who for thousands of years have lived all across northern Scandinavia, or as they call it, Sápmi. Unfortunately, they suffered a cultural genocide similar to other indigenous peoples in different parts of the world. But as you can see in these pictures, the food and culture live on. Just down the road is the Lapland View Lodge, where I'm supposed to go on a hike that didn't exactly go as planned. Suffice it to say, all of the mosquitoes were out. And I'm gonna stop right there because I'm afraid that what you just heard was a lot of mosquitoes were out. What I actually am saying is literally all of the mosquitoes were out. And we didn't have any bug spray. It looks beautiful on camera, but I'm itching just watching the damn footage. Fortunately, the mosquitoes buzz off at high ground with a view across the 𝗙će River into Finland. Oh, and playing with these guys at the Lapland View Lodge kennel didn't exactly hurt. Not to mention buzzing off myself for the night and taking in this view. Meet Roland, owner of Storins Fisk, where he takes travelers across his islands, yes, he actually owns some of these, in the Bothnian Bay. Here's a labyrinth on one of them. Roland told me that one day a seal stole all of his catch. So, what does he do? He does a little loop-de-loop through the labyrinth, and voila, he catches a lot of fish the next time out. Now, if that's not science, I don't know what is. But the labyrinth wasn't our final destination for the day. We were heading for another forested island to cook up some herring and make this sandwich. On a flat cracker-like bread, almost like matzah, we've got mashed potatoes, creme fraiche, and bits of herring, some of it even fermented. By Roland's own admission, most don't get through this part, but I'm proud to say I mostly got through it until I was too full to go on. Of course, Roland also mentioned that the sour herring can make you a little gassy, and I can neither confirm nor deny if that's true. We walked off lunch with a short hike. Wait a second. Yep, we've got moose poop, folks. Smaller than I would have thought if I'm honest. Turds aside, this island could be the backdrop for a fairy tale. I would have stayed longer, but I had a date with some of these reindeer. The main herds were already up north for the summer, so these were orphaned and injured reindeer left behind to recover. There's a Disney movie in there somewhere. After a night at the Philipsburg Arctic Hotel, I was off to 𝗙će𝗹𝗹cie on the Tornio River, where they've constructed these bridge-like structures for centuries to make it easier to catch fish during their migration. It doesn't exactly say much about the fish's intelligence that they've been falling for this trap for centuries, but they're gonna be here long after the planet's flooded, so that'll show us. In better news, Chef Tony Blum set up on the banks of the river, serving up a veggie burger wrapped up with pickled onions, sauces, and blueberries of all things. Not your typical veggie burger, mind you, but I'd eat it again. Pleasantly plump, I whiled the rest of the evening away and ended the trip at one of these makeshift ice and light igloos, soaking in that Swedish and Sápmi landscape one last time. And that's it. That's a slice of Sápmi in northern Sweden for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. Go do something else. I can't exactly give you your time back, so I guess just take the L.